Hello, people. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really great. Today in our class, we will be talking about the burst perfect, right? And how to use it in what situations. But let's get it on it. So, first of all, we use the past perfect simple, had plus past participle, to talk about time up to a certain point in the past. So, up to a moment in the past, right? Instead of using have as we use in the present perfect, we have the auxiliary verb to have. In the past perfect simple, we use had because it's the verb to have in the past. So we have here some examples. She published her first poem by the time she was 8. So she had published her first poem by the time she was 8. So this is the certain point in her life in the past. So the moment she was 8 years old. We finished all the water before we were halfway up the mountain. So we had finished all the water before we are halfway up the mountain. So they have water to go up to the mountain, but they finish halfway before they get there. Had the parcel arrived when you called yesterday? So this here is a interrogative. As you can see, it starts with the auxiliary verb had and it keeps on the structure. He couldn't make a sandwich because he'd forgotten to buy bread. So he had forgotten to buy bread. So as you see, you have a specific time in the past that the situation happened. The hotel was full, so I was glad that we'd booked it in advance. Right? So we had booked in advance. So they had put their names, made a reservation before they got there. My new job wasn't exactly what I expect, right? So my new job wasn't exactly what I had expected. So they had something in mind, but it wasn't what he thought it would be. And here we have an image of Hotel Rwanda. As we say here about the hotel was full. So in the Hotel Rwanda, it's a movie about a manager who saved some people's lives in a hotel during a civil war in Rwanda. It's a very dark and deep movie. Some people watch the movie and the next after that they cannot sleep very well. Also, we can talk about two past actions with the past perfect. So we can use the past perfect to show the order of two past events. The past perfect shows the earlier action, and the past simple shows the later action. So the past perfect is the past before the past. So we have an example here. When the police arrived, the thief had escaped, right? And here we have a picture of the Beastie Boys doing kind of detectives, cops, and the music video Sabotage, right? So you see here, when the police arrived, the thief had escaped. So the thief had escaped before the police arrived. So it doesn't matter in which order we say the two events, the following sentence has the same meaning. So in this case, because of the tense, you know what came before. So the thief had escaped when the police arrived. Note that if there is only a single event, we don't use the past perfect, even if it happened a long time ago. So this is a combination between the simple past and the past perfect, right? Past perfect with before. So we can also use the past perfect followed by before to show that an action was not done or was incompleted when the past simple action happened. So they left before I'd spoken to them. So they left before I had spoken to them. Sadly, the artist died before he'd finished the painting. So sadly, the artist died before he had finished the painting. So the adverb of time before help us to work with the past perfect. But also other adverbs can be used like already, still, ever, and never, right? So every word, every structure that you use to make the information more clear at first should be used, right? And here we have some examples. I called his office, but he'd already left. So he had already left. It still hadn't rained at the beginning of May. I went to visit her when she just moved to Berlin. It was the most beautiful photo I'd ever seen. Have you ever visited London when you moved there? I never met anyone from California before I met Jim. And this is the picture, as you can see in the top, is the picture of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, one of the formations of the band, right? And they are from California. Uh, and this is a reference on that. And here we have a dialogue to show you how uh, the past perfect is used with the simple past. How can you work with them? Okay, so let's go here. So Homie said, "Hi Oliver, what's up?" Oliver, "Hi Romy, I went to a movie with my girlfriend Brooke yesterday." Romy, "Sounds fun. How was the movie? Did you guys enjoy it?" Oliver, "Not really. Before we went to the theater, we had an argument." So as you can see here, you see the example. There is two actions in the past, but the argument was before they gone to the movie theater. Romy, "I'm sorry to hear that. What were you arguing?" Um, in Salvador, we would say that he's trying to get inside Oliver's week. Oliver, "When I told Brooke which movie we're going to watch, she said no." Romy, "Why not?" Oliver, "She had seen it last week, so she didn't want to see it again with me." Um, so here it's the same. So she did something before, and there are two actions in the past. Romy, "Then why did you make her do it?" Oliver, "I'd heard that the movie was really scary, so I didn't want to see it alone." So again, something before. Romy, "Well, you could have invited someone who hadn't seen the movie. Did Brooke still see it with you at the end?" Oliver, "Yes, she did, and she made me pay for it." Romy, "That sounds fair." So as you can see here in this dialogue, you have the using of the past perfect and the simple past. And as you can see, the past perfect um, always relate to a very, very past action, while simple past is some action that is more close to the present comparing to the past perfect action. So this is our class for today. I hope you had enjoyed. Uh, as an exercise, I think you could do it's like to describe past events on your life and try to work with the simple past and actually the simple past, the past perfect, and the present perfect. Try to make sure when to use these three tenses, and I think when you are able to use these three tenses properly, you are in a good level of developing the of control of the English language. So that's it for today. Bye bye.